we got to talk about Wendy and Sherri Shepherd. Now, I know y'all caught Wendy throwing shade at Sherri, and then Sherri bringing her ass out here throwing shade back at Wendy. I said, hold up now, Sherri. Now, wait a minute, girl. You good, but you ain't good. Like. So Wendy Williams was sat down with Fat Joe on Fat Joe's show. Now, some new show Fat Joe doing, I don't know. It was giving me Zoom. It was giving me a Zoom call for work. But you do your thing, Fat Joe. I'm not mad at you. You getting the tea, and that's all we want. So I want y'all to check this clip out, and we're gonna get back to what it is that we need to talk about. Hold on, let me cue it up to the right time spot so I don't get myself flagged. All right. Oh, you gotta unmute it, right?
Yes, I do. You miss not coming to the show? Yes, I do. I wish I was there. I wish I was there right now to talk about it and talk about it with you. But you know what? Because they already put people there like you. You guys are already in position. So you'll be talking about that. But I'm glad that I'm able to talk about when I come back. You know? Okay, so is there plans for a new show, or are you coming back to the Wendy Williams Show? Coming back to the Wendy Williams Show. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Because I know they were talking about Sherri Shepherd taking over the show of a new what? But I won't be watching her because I know what she's going to be doing, and that's really not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, but I love being on my own show, and I love that people love to watch it. All the time.
Shay.
Rest in peace to a gentleman he just passed.
Shay D Boots. Did y'all hear what she said? I won't be watching. It's not my thing. It's just not my thing. But anyways, what we learned here. Wendy Williams is coming back and claiming her show, the Wendy Williams Show. The Wendy Williams Show, the brand will never die out or go away. She doesn't care how much you want to call it the Sherri Shepherd Show or whatever the fuck you want to do. It's Wendy Williams Show is a classic and will be here. And I'm all for it. I told y'all last Friday, if I'm gonna watch a show that's built off of Wendy Williams, and then there's the Wendy Williams Show, I'm gonna watch Wendy Williams. Secondly, there is no love between Wendy Williams and Sherri Shepherd. There is none at all. And there's no love lost. When we go and watch when we listen to Sherri Shepherd's response to this, you'll see like there was never no love there, and there was never no love lost. So this being pulled is really for her. It's like, okay, I see Sherri. I mean, I ain't never was checking for the bitch in the first place, but girl, do your thing. I'm still, that's the vibe I'm getting from Wendy. Like, okay, they put you there. This ain't with you, but and she's like, I'm not gonna watch her. Her saying she's not going to watch her, not giving an endorsement to a show by the network that's putting on her show sends signals. That's playing with audience. You're playing with, the demographics of her show. You're now making it messier. It may be a good opening for Sherri Shepherd's show, but her coming out here and being very vocal as she's being is very telling of how she is and how she thinks about A, the network, B, Sherri Shepherd, and C, her own fucking show. I think it's great. I told you when I saw that video of her with Jason Lee behind the scenes at the Met Gala after party, I was like, look at Wendy back. Wendy is back, y'all. Wendy is back. She's, even if it's for, just for PR purposes to bring her show back, Wendy is moving and jiving like, I'm back to take my throne. It doesn't appear like she's letting anything get to her. So I was very, very happy to see this. And just for the sake, because it's a small clip, I'm gonna play it one more time for you all. Just check out what she says and pay attention to what she says about and concerning her and her show.
He is on TV, #1 TV show. Do you miss not coming to the show? I do. I wish I was there. I wish I was there right now to talk about it and talk about it with you. But you know what? Because they already put people there like you. You guys are already in position. So you'll be talking about that. But I'm glad that I'm able to talk about when I come back. You know.
Okay, so is there plans for a new show, or are you coming back to the Wendy Williams Show?
Coming back to the Wendy Williams Show. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Because I know they were talking about Sherri Shepherd taking over the show, a new what?
But I won't be watching her because I know what she's going to be doing, and that's really not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, but I love being on my own show, and I love that people love to watch it. You know?
I love being on my own show.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to a gentleman.
So Sherri Shepherd definitely had a response to this. Of course, she had to have her. She didn't have to have a response, but she did respond to her. So let's check out her response. Now, I want you to listen to a few things. I want you to listen to if she sounds worried, if she already feels like it's cemented. I think it's key to understand how comfortable she feels with these kinds of things, because it lets us know that these conversations she's already had with the network. Like, look, Wendy's not for this. She's not going to like me. I don't want this to be messy, but it appears like she's comforted in this. So check this out.
Did you hear about Wendy saying she won't be watching your new show? Yeah, I watched Wendy Williams, her live with Fat Joe. Absolutely did. And I did watch that I did hear Wendy say she will not watch me on the new show. And that's okay. I understand. I'm not mad at Wendy.
Okay.
It's she's going through a lot. I would say that everybody should be praying for Wendy right now. I'm very concerned. I'm really, truly concerned about her.
Girl.
Because I don't feel like there's anybody over there protecting her. And it's really hard when there's no protection around you and you just have people hanging on. So, yeah. But I'm not mad at Wendy because she won't watch my show. If you was worried about everybody that don't like you or not going to watch you, you'd be, I already got a broken shoe. I can't take on no more stress. So let's see what's going on, child. She bitter. It's okay. No, you know what? I'm not going to put that on. Wendy is not bitter, at least not about me. There's a lot going on in her life right now. You're trying to operate with your bank accounts frozen. She's saying she only has $2, even though her account is frozen. When something like that happens, your bills still get taken care of. The court ain't gonna let you get thrown out of your place because they didn't froze your account. So that stuff is taken care of. But is it taken care of where she can fly everywhere she wants to and do what she wants to? Probably not. But she's dealing with all that. She's by herself. It's not like she's got her husband, Kevin. She's by herself. The only person that she has that's taking care of her is her 21-year-old son, Kevin Jr. He's 21. He's in college. This is a lot on him.
You got to be careful.
So she's out there in New York. I don't know who's out there with her. So I'm not going to put the label of her being bitter. And then she's not well. So it's just a lot going on in Wendy's life that this is where you need your friends, where you need your family. You need people who love you. So all I can do over here is pray for Wendy. Where's Wendy's best friend? I don't know who Wendy's friends are. I don't, we didn't run in the same circles because I live in LA. Wendy lives in New York. There was a time at the beginning of my career at The View, I used to perform at Caroline's, and Wendy had a comedy night at Caroline's, and I would do it. And we were very friendly. But it just did. Sometimes stuff don't pan out as far as friendships. So Wendy was very, very honest and transparent on her show. She said she didn't like being friends with celebrities because she talked about celebrities, and she would say she really wasn't trying to be friends with people because it would make it hard for her to talk about them. So maybe that was one of the reasons why we never had a friendship. Because I have very strong friendships, and I'm definitely a woman who likes to uplift other women. So it didn't work out that way. So I don't know who Wendy's friends are. It's nobody that I know in the business. Hollywood is pretty small, so I don't know anybody personally that is really good friends with Wendy. I know she was hanging out with the Kardashians for a time in Black China, Nene Leakes. So I don't know. Hey Sherri, I'm from Virginia. Hey girl. Hey Ashley Ramos.
So that was her response. Ooh. I'm sorry, I took a piece of toast. That was her response. Now here's the thing: we like Sherri Shepherd. No one is saying that we don't like Sherri Shepherd. We don't think she's capable of having her own show. But I think what the in totality, what the bigger picture here is, if we had to choose between Wendy Williams and a Sherri Shepherd show, I think given what we know about Wendy Williams, we'll definitely choose a Wendy Williams show. That doesn't mean we're boxing Sherri Shepherd out. I still like her. Now I think, Sherri Shepherd, when she first came out on the taking over Wendy Williams show, she was all nice about it, all, positive, and, Wendy's a queen and she's always the queen. But when I saw this, it was less of that and more of look. And so for me, it's like, yeah, I know that this isn't between you two. This is definitely between Wendy and that network. You're just collateral damage in between. You tried to be nice, but unfortunately, your name is out there on as the face of as her replacement. You think she's not about to tear that down? So, Sherri, just lay low on the shade because I think you don't want to turn off Wendy Williams fans. You want that support, and I think you can go too far, and people will be like, there could be a backlash from Wendy Williams fans. Right now, I think you have some love and some support, but don't get too high up there because don't. I'm just trying to be for real. Just Sherri knows it's not all good between her and Wendy. She know that, right? No king, I don't. Yeah, I called you live. It's a podcast. Oh, it's a podcast. I thought it was like an IG live or something. I was like, this what we doing? This how we interviewing folks? Yeah, this pandemic has just really allowed people to be less quality. Fat Joe a sellout. That's just my opinion. So what would you call Remy Ma? Wendy is coming off she's off her rocker. This interview on IG wasn't a good look. I just didn't like, if you saw the whole interview in totality, I didn't like her having pulling out all these pillows and shit. I'm just like, Wendy, you're not doing the show right now. We want the tea. Sherri Shepherd is gonna fail as Wendy's replacement. Horrible marketing idea on Devmar Productions. There's only one Wendy Williams. Period. They should have been spent her off like right now. We should be learning about her and wanting to be, see her more on TV, especially for the fall lineup. I'm telling you, they're gonna fuck around and people gonna be like, because they're gonna automatically now start comparing her to Wendy. So it's gonna be less of, oh, look at her show. It's gonna be more of, oh, that's whack. Wendy would have did it like this, or Wendy would have, she's gonna have to combat that. Well, this ain't the Wendy show. We don't do all of that. It's like, girl, you are definitely going down a path you don't want to be down. People don't know Fat Joe don't instigate a whole lot of fights that happen in hip hop. Look at him with Wendy and Sherri. He just looked like he has very strong bowel movements. Like, they are strong, hefty strong. I'm like, oh, Rockwell Greek can't stand his ass. That was not shade. That was all son. She really told her, she was like, I won't be participating. I like her, but really with no coffee as of yet. Yeah, I think Wendy cursed out Norman, and then I think she gave Norman like the stank face. Like, I think if she could get somebody to meet up with him at a gay bar or something, I think Norman is laying low. Norman is on lockdown his damn self around New York City. Unless Norman was still texting and being around her, but I think the whole staff turned her on her. I love her. I am still rooting for her. I agree with you on Fat Joe. He's a fake and culture vulture. Hey, good morning, Janae. Thank you for coming through. Fat Joe is a vulture. I don't like how he's being elevated. All he ever did was roll on the coattails of big pun and talented Black female rappers. And even his elevation, like I'm glad you can see some elevation because I don't. I feel like he's just trying to, like, if you told him to, I was gonna throw some shade. Oh, let me tell you, if you told him to read books to kids, he would do it. If you told Fat Joe to scan groceries, he would do it. I think he does anything that'll keep him relevant, regardless of the check. Because I don't think he's getting paid on his IG a lot on his IG thing. Especially if it's his own show. So I think he's just doing, putting his friends on. And Fat Joe was cute. I like lean back. I said, niggas don't dance. You just pull up your pants and what? Do the rock away. I like that song and stuff like that. But he wasn't in that list. Sherri should want a show in her name, not someone else's name that I agree with. But I don't know why they won't give her own show and Wendy's hers. Well, she's gonna get her own show in the fall called the Sherri Shepherd Show. Sherri Shepherd Show. I was going to say Sherri Williams Show, but Sherri Shepherd Show. And I guess Wendy is saying that her show is still going to happen too as well. Drag her, Wendy. I can't stand his voice, but I'm going to troop this out. Wendy Williams put the microscope fully focused on Sherri Shepherd, all on Sherri Shepherd. Thus vicious is brutal commentaries coming. The Nimbus will tell the story. Yes. Yep. You saw her. I don't really do it. She's into the whole dieting thing. It's not my tea. I can't even do Remy Ma anymore. She's loyal to a dude who uses her when he wants to. Pat or Fat Joe? Good morning, Miss Gerald. Good morning. She said, Wendell, get them snakes out your camp. The shade, honey. I told you she was throwing shade in the talk show Divas fight begins. Y'all remember this Fat Joe's fault. He does this with black people all the time, but people at Spanish call black Sherri to have that job. She definitely had to pledge her allegiance to the network. Sherri Shepherd going after Wendy Williams' mental health is a low blow. I definitely won't be watching Sherri Shepherd. She's cursing her own blessings. This shade is going. I told you. That's what I said. The same thing. I said the same thing. You got to be careful because Wendy Williams fan is there. Say how you mean it, girl. How you doing? How you doing? So you got to be careful. Sherri was reading quiet. That's what I was saying. I was like, oh, this is different from when you first came out there and you're the queen and you're the queen. And when she did that, I was like, girl, you putting gasoline on the pedal. Like, bitch, what you doing? Come back, dial it back a little bit. Because you're going to have to dial it back soon. Why I didn't blame these two ladies. Fat Joe did this. You going to keep it on Fat Joe? Oh, my God. Did she just say Wendy was so desperate for friends that she opted? Did you hear her? She said, she was friends with the Kardashians and Black China and Nene and, trying to say that. Now look what happened to those friendships. All right, girl. So now we know that you ain't going to never have Black China on your show, Nene on your show, or Kim Kardashian on your show. You might have Nene on because Nene might want to come on there to shade Wendy Williams, to be shady. And if you start going down that path, just watch what happens to you. That ain't going to last too long. You just got to start it out nice. I don't know if it's a podcast. I was going to say, because he should. Thank you, No One Cares. And you all, shout out to No One Cares for holding it down so much. I appreciate you so much, always coming through. I see you on Wednesday, 6:30, local news. Remy the same sellout. Sherri is the last one need to talk about man trouble. Girl, and support. Y'all see what happened with Nick Cannon's show. The only thing he gave was bulge. Poor Norman, he tried to blink 10 times. Nobody listening. If you are into stocks, look into Deadmar Production. 22 December, the value was down. Worth buying then. Deadmar is about to cost their investors a ton of money. That's before I found out he was from Gates. Look what he did to Big Bun. I never want to see. Thank you so much. Good morning, Risa. Oh, baby, Risa. I know I saw you this weekend. Woo! Shit went. You are not here for Sherri. I did not. Sherri knows she needs to stay low on that. So I'm gonna stay tuned to this. I really want to know how they're gonna map these two shows out. And it looks like Wendy Williams is gonna be giving us the tea very, 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 very soon.